Hello everyone. This is what we're going to do today using Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop. So I'm contrasting the two different words, hot and cold. It could be some other combinations. So I'm using some Illustrator files and then some Photoshop images for the background and the texture. So you can download these images from the link I provided in my description. And then please subscribe my channel and hit the like button and then set the notification for my latest video. And let's get started. Let's create a new Illustrator document, the size of 500 pixel by 500 pixel. Create it. Okay. Then I'm gonna draw one rectangle, black fill and white, no stroke. And let me draw about this size. Okay, and then I'm gonna choose my direct selection tool, this white arrow, and then as you can see it, once you choose it, you see that the little tiny circle, white dot on each corner. So keep pressing and you can round it. You can round as you want, about this much or about that much, or even let me deselect and let me select only that corner, that anchor point. You see that only one dot here, and you can round it. Or select this, hold down the shift key, select these two anchor points, and you can round it. So it's up to you. Okay, so let me do this way. And then next I'm gonna type the words hot in white, make it bigger, and then my typographic choice, I'm gonna choose maybe this. So hot. And let me make a copy right next to it, and I'm gonna type cold. So hot and cold. Okay, I think it looks okay. Let me move this up a little bit. Okay, and then first I'm going to change this as a graphic under type, create outlines, and then let me draw one diagonal line. Let me choose my stroke color in red or something so I can see it. Maybe about that angle, something like this. Okay, so it looks okay, looks good to me. Okay, then let me move this to the left a little bit, to the right. Okay, then okay, now I'm gonna select my HOT and then COLD, the hot and cold, and the background shape, the black one. Then go to open your Pathfinder panel. If you do not see this, Pathfinder is under Windows menu and Pathfinder. And let me choose minus front. Okay, now what I have now is, this is not white anymore. That's transparent. It's cut out. Okay, now select everything. Then choose your shape builder. Click on that side, on this side, and hold down the option. Get rid of those lines. Then now you can see that you can separate it now. Oh, it's grouped. So under object menu, let me ungroup it. Now you can separate each other. Okay, but as you can see it, as you move it, you see that kind of inner circle is separated. So we're gonna select all together and let me group it, object and group it. So they are grouped. Same thing here. Select the O and D's inner circle, and hold down the shift key and select other parts and group it. So we have two separate groups. Okay. And then since I'm going to apply some kind of little effect in Photoshop in order to see the better effect, I'm gonna change my fill color to light gray, like this. Okay, now we're ready. So first, let me make a copy of this hot, edit and copy, and go to Photoshop, and let me create a new document, 500 by 572 dpi, and then just RGB. .500 by 500 and RGB. Created. Okay, so we have this. Now I copied that the hot first in Illustrator, so let me paste it. Check the pixels radio button. So I have HOT, hot, and let me go back to Illustrator. This time I'm gonna choose cold. Let me copy, Command C or Control C on PC, and back to Photoshop, the same file, and Command V. Paste it. So hot and cold. Okay, so let me put my layers panel so you can see it. So you have two additional layers. Okay, we can change the arrange later. Okay, now first thing is I want to apply some layer style. So select the hot, and let me choose this. Let me rename it hot, and this one is cold. Hot and cold. So hot. Choose that layer first, and in your layers panel on the bottom you see the add layer style. Click on it. Let me choose a bevel and emboss. Okay, inner bevel is okay. You can control the depth, you can control the size, softness is too much, maybe that. Also, you can control the angle, light source. Okay, and then also you can control the type of your beveled edges. Let me just choose this, and also let me try the drop shadow as well. I think that's the distance is too much, too far. And then size is too big. I think that looks good. It looks good to me now. Okay. Now okay. And then I want to have the same effect on my code. So I can reopen it, I can do the same thing. Or the easiest way is, let me choose the effect layer on this hot layer. It's a sub layer here. Hold down the option, click on effects, and drag it up to cold layer. So same effect is applied. Okay. Now I want to add some more. Let me go back to the images. You can find these images from the link. I made a link in my description. So one is ice and one is this fire. So first thing is, let me select everything, select all, and I'm gonna define this as a pattern. as a fire flame. Okay, now for this one, select all. Let me define it as a pattern, this time as ice. Okay, so we define two images as a pattern. Let me go back to this. Let me choose the first one, hot, and then click on this, add a layer style. We're gonna keep adding more. Scroll down, you see that the pattern overlay. So that's hot. So this time I'm gonna choose, I have a few already. So that's the one, fire flame. You can control the angle and the size. I think it looks good to me. This is done. Now for the cold, select the cold layer, pattern overlay. This time we're gonna choose the ice. I think that looks good. Okay, so hot and cold. So now we're almost there. We just need to have the background images. So first, let me go back to my ice image, this one. Let me select all. It is already selected. Let me copy and back to this. First, the thing is, since we're gonna use those two images as a background, let me choose my background layer, then paste it. So I have one. Now, back to fire. Where's fire? Okay, fire's here. Select all and copy, and back to that file. Not this one, this one. And then I'm going to just overlay on top of that, paste it. So as you can see it, we have the two background images. Okay, so now select the fire, the top image. Then in order to give some kind of more contrast, I want to have this ice background on hot area, and I want to have the fire flame background on cold area, so we can have a better the contrast. So choose that, and then on the bottom of your layers panel, you will see the 1, 2, 3, the third one. This is a button to add a layer mask. Click on it. Nothing's happening yet. Now choose your gradient tool, and then your gradient option, please choose just a basic, black and white to black. Now see what happens. I'm going to just drag it and see what happens. Let me drag it from left to the right. I'm holding down the shift key. So this happens. So what happened is, my starting point of this gradient is white. So white means the image will be remaining in white area, and then black will be fading out. So in this case, I want to have the ice background on hot area. So that means I need to drag it in opposite direction like this. Okay, does it make sense? But I want to keep some kind of little angle like this. So let me do this. Just like that. Or a little bit more angle. I think, yep, it looks good. Let me put this back. Okay. So that's it, hot and cold. So maybe you can play with all other, there could be a lot of different options. Maybe melt and freeze, slow, fast. There could be a lot of kind of a combination we can play with to present some kind of a contrast concept. Okay, so that's it, and thanks for watching, and see you next time.